Hello friends and fam, and welcome to another video. So the only reason that I ended up filming today is because I have some very exciting news. So my family and I were able to all pack up in the van, all 5 of us, and go and see another rental in the city that we want to move to. And it turns out it's like, I think the building was built in the 70s, which is like the majority of the quote unquote older housing in the area that we're in, Spokane. And so it was exactly what we need. And the backyard is way bigger than we ever could have asked for. And so as of right now, the landlord, because it's a landlord, not a rental company. So as we speak, today is Friday, he said that he's going to look over our application, and he also is aware of our crappy credit, and he has said, you know, as long as you don't have any evictions or felonies or anything like that, I'm going to process this application without a cosigner, and as long as you don't have those bad rental things, over the weekend I'm going to look at it, and then he was asking us what day we wanted to move in. So it's like 70% confirmed that we are getting this place. And I'm just so overjoyed. And the placement couldn't be better. It's a 15-minute walk from my daughter's mom's house. And I'm just over the moon. So when I found out about when I had read that text message after we submitted the application and everything, I just, I got the biggest spurt of energy ever, because happiness does that to me. And so I started cleaning and I cranked up the tunes, and I am just loving life in this moment. So hashtag mom life, you celebrate by cleaning, but we take it in stride. So yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, because there is a possibility that he could deny us. You never know until you know. So I'm trying to contain my happiness, but at the same time, I'm just trying to relish in this feeling of happiness and everything. So I ended up telling him that February 1st would be when we would be able to move. And the cool thing about that is, because it's vacant, he 100% would allow us to do that. And we have already paid the rent for our current apartment for the month of February. But we have the funds to pay for rent at the new place. So we will have an entire month to transition from one house to the next, which is just so exciting. I'm just so elated. I think that's the right word. I don't know. I'm just so happy. And I wanted to share my happiness with you guys. So let's see here. What else is exciting? Yeah. The way it's set up, the way the house is set up, it's a split level. Because it's 70s, and they threw up a million split level duplexes in the city that we want to move to. And there's a washer and dryer in unit. It's got a 1.5 bath, and the way it's set up is it's technically listed as having 2 living rooms, but the downstairs quote unquote living room is pretty small. So what my husband was saying is we should just make the downstairs, because the only thing downstairs is a large room, a small room, the half bath, laundry, and that's it. Because if you think about it, it's small for a living room, but it's large for a bedroom. He was like, well, why don't we just make the downstairs the master, and then the small room that's attached can be his office, and then all the laundry's down there too, or the laundry machines are down there too, so it would just be like, it just would work, and then the kids would be upstairs, and it's just so exciting. And Ryder already picked out his room, and Lily would have her room up there, and the front of the house faces west. So the living room would get the sunrise, like full sun, which is super exciting because there's 3 huge windows in the front of the house, in the living room, and my plants are gonna be so happy. And then the kitchen is it has a little bit more storage than ours does. You know, it ain't no big old fancy thing, but it's just so exciting. What else am I excited about it? It's got linen closets. It's got a linen closet between the kids' rooms. It's got a coat closet. There's a garage, so we would be able to store our camping stuff in the garage instead of in like the main storage, which is what I have to do currently. And I am so excited. Because with the last place, I had a feeling that we weren't going to get it. Even like when we applied, I was like, I'm not going to get my hopes up because I don't think we'll get it. And then like as time progressed, I was like, oh, are we going to get it? They're like checking out our references, but it fell through. And then with this one, when we went, I just had a feeling. I still have this feeling of like, we're going to get this house. And it's a dang house. And he even admitted, he was like, I like to list my rentals a little bit below market value so that I can find good tenants that will stay long term. And so if everything is kosher dosher, you know, this house could serve us for the next 5 years. And it's just amazing, because when we moved into this house, our plan was to live here for a year and then start like the buying process. But we moved into this house in March of 2020, which everyone knows what happened in March of 2020. We actually were concerned that they weren't going to let us move because of something, you know, everything shut down. So it was just going to be a year-long thing, but then it just, you know what happened to the housing market. It was just, whew. So when we moved into this house, this apartment, I didn't even decorate for the first year because I was like, this is just temporary. So within the last 6 months, I have adopted this idea of, screw it, I'm going to start living my life because I'm sick of waiting. So I've been decorating. I got a bunch of plants. I got new plant grow lights, which is super exciting. And then we transition over to the bedroom because guess what? I haven't put away laundry in 2 weeks. Laundry, the bane of my existence. So we're starting off here, just making the bed so we have somewhere to work. I tried to get my toddler to help me, but you know, it doesn't go according to plan. Which is whatever. He tried. That's what matters. But yeah, so I've been decorating my house. Just like living my life. So with this new house, I'm just gonna go ahead and decorate and make it my home right away. Um, if the Lord allows it, hopefully, well, not hopefully, but if the Lord allows it, if it's in our stars, we will, this will be the only house until we buy a house. But, you know, it's whatever. If we don't buy in the next 5 years, then at least I will have made this next place a home. And by that I mean like putting up shelves and just putting things in place and not thinking about, oh well, this is temporary. Because yeah, I'm sick of living that temporary life. And then also that something that goes along with that is I didn't want to be established here on the north side. Again, because I thought it was temporary, so I did not find a church up here because I just kept saying, oh, well, we're going to move soon, we're going to move soon. And then at the end of November, I was like, I don't like this. My children are driving me crazy. I need an outlet. And so I started church hopping until I could find one that suited our needs, which essentially is just childcare and a bang-in worship team, which we did end up finding, and it's kind of a bummer now that we are looking at this rental. But you know, the time that I have spent at that church, even though it's only been a couple of weeks, it's been worth my time. It's brought me so much peace and so much joy to just be able to worship the Lord, and my kids get to go to or at least the boys get to go to childcare, and then my daughter, they don't have an age group for her because she's 10, so she's like out of the grade school section, so she actually gets to worship with me, which has been really fun. And then they also have snacks and stuff, which is always awesome. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of preach that whole live your life for the now and not necessarily wait on the future. Just try to live your everyday, you know, be in your day and not be waiting. So, anywho, my method of madness with the laundry is I've done it a lot of different ways, and this way works the best for us in our current situation because you best believe if we get this new rental, I will be doing a load a day. A load a day. And I saw someone say that they don't believe in laundry baskets, so they do the load and then they immediately put it away. I will still utilize a laundry basket, but I am looking forward to no more laundry mountains. So right now, everyone has their own bin, and I am sorting my clothes, my husband's clothes, the boys' clothes, and then Lily's clothes. Lily puts her own clothes away because she's 10 years old, and that's a part of growing up. And then if I end up running out of time because the boys are still sleeping in this room, if I sort the laundry, then, and I don't get to putting it away, I will still have accomplished something because finding something in your own pile is a lot easier than trying to find something in just mount laundry. So that's why I do it that way. And let's see, what else about laundry? I'm just really looking forward to having laundry in unit because, oh my gosh, I've had 2 babies, and the amount of clothes I have washed by hand is obnoxious. Like, I am so grateful my mom and dad, they allow me to come bother them every Tuesday and then I do laundry at their house. But I don't know if you guys have seen my laundry bags. I have 2 huge laundry bags, and every week they're full. And sometimes there's a third as well. And that doesn't even include, like, there are times like when the household gets sick and I like to do a refresh on the blankets. Majority of the time I end up having to go to the laundromat anyways because it is just such a huge amount of laundry that it gets overwhelming, and it's like I'm just gonna go pay the extra fee to do it at the laundromat and just be done with it. But also, if I'm not feeling up to it, I won't wash the bedding. And so the bedding's gotten pretty gross in the past. And like I said, with the boys, blowouts happen. And I learned the hard way that you can't let those items sit. And in fact, in this laundry mountain, I'm not sure if a dirty kitchen rag got mixed in with the clean laundry, or if it was just the fact that they were sitting in the dirty hamper next to the kitchen rag for too long. But there was a couple items in here that I immediately threw back into the dirty laundry because they just stunk. And that's one of the side effects of not doing your laundry right away. And so I'm just really looking forward to that. And then another thing is that the boys have probably twice as many clothes as I would like them to. But because we're unable, again, to just wash something daily, I have to have at least a week's worth of clothes. And with 2 little boys, that's actually quite a bit of laundry. So yeah, that's just super exciting. And the only reason I was able to do laundry was because I was celebrating. I was so excited. I still am so excited. I am just praying to the Lord, please, Lord, if this is meant to be, please let it happen. Because it's going to bring our house so much peace and joy, and I'm just looking forward to it. And the landlord, he seems super cool. He seems like he's just down to earth, and I think that if we want to do home improvements, I don't think that he would be completely opposed to it. But that's again something that we will see in time. Yeah, see this? That was the thing that was like, it was pungent, just bleh. Dirty rag, kitchen rag, nasty, bleh. And it was Ranger's pants, and I'm like, Ranger's pants should not smell like dirty kitchen rag. So it went straight back into the dirty laundry. And then here, if you see me start that pile, that is my declutter pile. So I don't know how this is going to translate. Oh, because I moved on from Mount Laundry to just doing the boys, putting the boys' crap away. So one of the things with Mount Laundry is every single time it gets accumulated like this, which is rather often, I like to do a declutter while putting clothes away. So, let's see, what are we? We are almost through January, and it's almost to February, and we had a cold, like a week of negative freezing, stupid cold weather. But other than that, it's been a very mild winter, and my boys run hot, so they do not wear a lot of pajamas. And then also Ranger is crawling. He is crawling like he is fast. you take your eyes off him 1 minute and he's across the room, and it's like, excuse me, what are you doing? But so the onesies no longer serve him well, because when he crawls in a onesie, it like pulls the legs down and it ends up like almost acting like a straight jacket. So I am transitioning all of the onesies out, and then I'm also just going through and just because just like with my closet, everything hanging up, I put everything new in the front, and then I push all the stuff that is remaining on hangers to the back. And then I always go through the back and see if there's crap that needs to be gotten rid of, because if we went through 2 laundry rotations, which is 2 weeks, without gravitating towards a certain item, chances are that that item is not a favorite item. And I believe in the mindset of, if it does not serve you or bring you happiness or peace, then yeet that garbage out of your life. So yeah, and I'm hoping that if we get this house, then we will 100% have more room, for one. It's a 3-bedroom, and then so the boys will have their own room, Lily will have her room, I will have my room back, and then Conrad will have his office area. And the office area is actually quite substantial, so it's like really exciting. But in saying that, everyone's clothes organization is going to change. Lily, she shares a closet with all of our crap. She only utilizes half of her closet, and it has a dresser in the closet. So she doesn't technically have that much room, and even though these closets are huge, I am literally utilizing every square inch of this apartment because we don't have any outside storage. So in her closet, we have the spare toilet paper, because I like to buy from Costco. We have winter paraphernalia, and then all my decorations are currently housed in her room, or in her half of her closet. And then so with her, there is a closet in this new place, but I really want to get some newer dressers that are like the 3x3 long dressers, and not necessarily the tall dressers, because then it's just, that's what I grew up with, was a long dresser, not a tall dresser. And it just gives you more area for, the trash that brings you happiness. When I was growing up, I had a bunch of glass figurines that my mom and I would find at garage sales and the thrift shop. And so I just had this huge area to display all my crap. And Lily doesn't have that very much in her room. And then when she does try and display something, it's on her desk. And I'm like, yo, kid, your desk is for your projects. No. So, because I want her to have an area that is strictly hers, that is dedicated to her art, because she is a wonderful artist. And I really want to encourage her to utilize more time in that. And just have her space away from the boys, away from the family. So yeah, that's why I want her to get that kind of dresser. She does not favor hanging things up. It's the bane of her existence. If she had an option, everything would just lay in piles on the floor. And then with the boys, I've seen a ton of Montessori clothing systems where toddlers put their own clothes away. And when I was growing up, that was one of the things that was really difficult for me I was very blessed. My mother provided for me in every way possible, every shape, form, whatever. If I needed it, she was on top of it. But something that went along with that, and like this is just my mom's generation, was it just overwhelmed me so much that I still sometimes have nightmares about it. Just like the mounds of clothes and never having enough room because I would just have more stuff. If I had space, it would be filled. Again, which is like first world problems, but so for the boys, I'm hoping, really honestly, with a washer and dryer in unit, they don't need more than 7 days worth of clothes. Right now they probably have 2 weeks plus where I could put them in a new outfit every day and they would still have clothes left over. So yeah, I just want to teach them that young, while they're young, so that it's just second nature and it's not like this giant daunting task. But you know, I'm just doing the best I can, and they might hate me for it when they get older, who knows. We can only do our best, and you can only know better and do better, so that's what I'm trying to do. And then this, I was just trying to give you guys a better perspective on the decluttering. So again, everything hanging up right now, or at least before I started hanging up new stuff, I went through, this is all Rangers. I got rid of the majority of his onesies. And yeah, he's promoted to big boy shirts and pants. It's crazy. He will be a year old next month. An entire 365 days on this earth. And that's just, it boggles my mind. Here you can see it a little bit better. So this is Ryder's side, because yes, they're right next to each other. And yeah, so I push them all together and then I go through them, and whatever doesn't tickle my fancy, I yeet. But yeah, and then once I got the boys' clothes put away, it was about 6 o'clock. And I ended up not cooking dinner because I spent too much time in here, but I don't care. No regrets. But so after the boys' clothes got put away, I ended up turning the camera off and then tidying the rest of my room. I even got a vacuum in with Big Bertha. Oh, it's so clean in there. And then I took some after pictures, so 10 out of 10, stick around for those. And the funny thing about my after pictures is the after pictures for the kitchen, and I just added those so that nobody is delusional about what my situation is. I am not perfect. It's the cycle of filth. You gotta clean up the old filth so that you can fill it in with your new filth. Because when doing the dishes, I ran out of counter space for clean dishes, and I just dumped the rest of the dirty dishes in the sink, and I walked away from it because I was done doing dishes. I still had dishes, but, you know, whatever. But anyways, I love you guys all, and have a wonderful whatever weekend or whatever. Remember the cycle of filth. Remember to know better and do better. And remember that God loves us all. Oh, and here is the what's my word? My trophy. All the garbage I'm getting rid of out of my life. It was very satisfying. Yeah. Thanks guys for watching. Feel free to comment, and I'll see you next time.